Once upon a time, Disney built a place for darker stories, riskier ideas, and no singing animals. They called it Hollywood Pictures, but time buried these celluloid treasures beneath the streaming sands. Now, we dig them up, one forgotten reel at a time. Welcome to Pharaoh's Vault. From deep beneath the dunes of forgotten cinema, our excavation continues. Today's discovery, a curious collection of emotional relics exploring that most basic comfort, belonging. But as any archaeologist knows, belonging isn't something you're handed. Belonging must be searched for, belonging must be chosen, and sometimes belonging discovers you. In Funny Bones, Oliver Platt is a comedian without a direction. He can't match the brilliance of his superstar father, played by Jerry Lewis. After a disastrous Las Vegas performance, he knows he needs a new act. So he flees to Blackpool, England, hoping to buy, not build, an identity. Instead, he discovers a family history held together by secrets, resentment, and an act that will only work if he helps its performer confront his demons. Funny Bones is a story about trying on someone else's skin and discovering it never quite fits. Platt's character searches for talent, legacy, approval, but what he's really searching for is himself. In the end, the film reminds us that belonging can't be bought, borrowed, or stolen. It comes from the strange, uncomfortable truth of who we are, not who we're expected to be. And as we dust off the last bits of Funny Bones, another artifact falls out of the sand. Director Peter Chelsom later made Hannah Montana, the movie, which, depending on your feelings about reinvention stories, may or may not be a lateral move. Not everyone belongs in the family they were born into. In Unstrung Heroes, young Stephen Lids, played by Nathan Watt, feels like a misfit in a home besieged by grief and chaos. His mother, Annie McDowell, is battling cancer. His father, John Turturro, is a brilliant but distracted inventor. So Stephen finds refuge with his eccentric uncles, Michael Richards and Maury Chaykin, whose hoarded treasures and odd rituals become a strange, comforting new normal. Amid loss, Stephen discovers that belonging sometimes comes from people who see the world the way you do, even if the world sees them as odd. Stephen doesn't find comfort where he's supposed to. He finds it with the uncles who guide him, ground him, and let him feel what he needs to feel. Unstrung Heroes reminds us that connection doesn't always come from where we expect, but when it arrives, it can reshape our entire world. And tucked inside this film is one more unexpected discovery. This heartfelt story was directed by Diane Keaton, who, as we discovered over at Out of Touchstone, directed 2 Belinda Carlisle music videos. She also directed the film Hanging Up and an episode of Twin Peaks. Sometimes when we search for where we belong, we fail to notice we've already found it. In Mr. Holland's Opus, Richard Dreyfuss plays Glenn Holland, a composer who takes a teaching job, just for now, only to spend 30 years accidentally shaping generations of students. His journey is a slow realization belonging isn't always where you're planned to go. Sometimes it's where you stay. Holland believes his life's meaning is somewhere out there, in concerts, in compositions, in the career he hasn't had yet. But over 3 decades, he discovers that his purpose has been quietly unfolding in front of him, in classrooms, in students, and the lives he's shaped without even knowing it. Mr. Holland's Opus reminds us that sometimes we're already standing in the place we've been searching for. It just takes time to hear the music. And in the spirit of unexpected journeys, director Stephen Herrick began his career with Critters and Bill and Ted's Excellent Adventure. Turns out guiding interdimensional aliens and time-traveling slackers prepares you pretty well for a story that spans several decades. So there you have it, Hollywood Pictures' take on belonging. Identity, connection, purpose. 3 paths towards finding where and with whom we truly fit. Cinema's history is buried deep and we'll keep digging. But for now, the vault is closed.